I can't believe the things you say.
1983 wasn't just neon and mega hits, it was a goldmine of pop bands who slipped between the cracks. The songs were there, the hooks were there, but hype, timing, or label drama meant you didn't hear them enough, or you heard them once at 2 a.m. on MTV and never again. In this countdown, we're shining a bright light on 15 forgotten pop bands of 1983 who deserved way more love. One signature track each, no repeats, quick backstory, chart moment, and why they vanished from the mainstream, then why they absolutely belong on your playlist today. You'll hear the urgent pulse of The Call, the swing pop swagger of Roman Holiday, the widescreen shimmer of the Icicle Works, right up to a #1 pick that might unlock a memory you didn't know you still had. If you're here for glossy synths, jangly guitars, and choruses big enough to live in your head all week, you're in the right place. Drop a ready in the comments. Tell us which band you're betting will crack the top 5, and let's give these 1983 underdogs the love they earned. This is 15 forgotten pop bands of 1983 who deserved more love. Let's roll 15 to 11.
And the walls came down. They'd all been won.
Here's the moment where American heartland rock met post-punk urgency. The Walls Came Down is lean, pounding, and wired with protest. No metaphors, just a rallying cry that still kicks like fresh news. It didn't crash the top 40, but it stuck in people's heads the way only a great chorus can.
Playing on fears.
On the charts, it reached number 74 on the Hot 100 and number 17 on mainstream rock in 1983. You'll also hear Garth Hudson of the band coloring the early Call records with that haunted church organ atmosphere.
Nightly military raids.
What kept them from exploding? Timing and tone. In a year obsessed with neon sheen, the Call sounded like a headline and a sermon, too heavy for some radio programmers, too direct for trend-chasing labels.
And the walls came down. They'd all been won.
But that's the power here. Michael Benn's voice turns a 3-minute single into a mission statement. Listen for the way the drums punch the verses forward, then how the title line lands like a stamp on wet concrete. Question: when you first heard this, did you clock it as alternative or just big, serious pop with teeth?
Hey, Pop Lore family. Did you know only 1% of viewers are subscribed? If you love deep dives into pop legends, forgotten gems, and the stories behind the songs that shaped generations, hit that subscribe button right now. And don't forget to turn on LL notifications so you'll be the first to know when we premiere our next video. It's free, it helps Pop Lore grow, and it makes sure you never miss a single countdown or music story. Let's build this community together.
But I don't know.
This is New Jersey art pop with an MTV brain, angular guitars, buoyant bass, and a chorus that feels like a title pull. The video mattered. It was nominated at the very first MTV Video Music Awards in 1984 for Best Direction, which tells you how striking it looked on early MTV screens and how often it got replayed. Why didn't the band break wider? They lived in that space between college radio credibility and mainstream momentum, the same narrow bridge a lot of great 1983 bands were tiptoeing across. But Numbers with Wings is a skeleton key, melody first, smartly arranged, and emotionally open without turning syrupy. Cue it up and notice how the guitars chime, not slash, how the vocal melody keeps rising like it's trying to lift the whole song into daylight. Question: do you remember catching this on MTV at weird hours? Or is this a first-time discovery that just earned a save on your playlist?
Or am I still too young?
A Glasgow soft synth sigh that sneaks up on you. It's the kind of nocturnal pop 1983 did so well. Sighing vocals, restrained keys, and a melody that feels like someone talking you down after a long night. The UK noticed this peaked at number 17 on the official singles chart.
I sleep too
So why isn't it name-checked more? H2O didn't have the international push of the era's bigger Scottish exports, and the song's quiet mood didn't scream for radio attention in the States. But that's precisely why it holds up. It's intimate, unfussy, and emotionally legible.
And I'll never be the same again. I dream to sleep.
Listen for the way the chorus relaxes into its hook instead of grabbing for it. That subtle confidence is the whole charm.
Dancing together, tangled emotions.
Question: if you're building a late-night 1983 playlist, does this sit next to China Crisis and the Blue Nile, or do you hear it as closer to pure sophistopop? Horn-driven swing pop that walked into 1983 wearing a sharp suit. This single rode a brassy good time groove to number 14 in the UK and later cracked the US Hot 100 at number 68. Rare air for a vintage-styled pop band in the synth era. What happened next? Fashion moved fast. The big band bounce felt like a summer fling to programmers chasing new wave gloss, but the craft is undeniable. Taut arrangement, hand clap momentum, and a chorus built for radio.
It's not that I don't want to hear, but I've gotta go.
Pay attention to how the horns answer the vocal. It's almost call and response, like a dance floor conversation.
We're driving out on a motorway tonight.
Question: should this mini swing revival have gone further in '83, or did it peak exactly where it should? A Motown-tinged postcard from Birmingham with a killer hook and a bittersweet lyric, pure pop economy. It reached number 7 in the UK late '82 and carried into early 1983, which is why it still feels like an '83 staple when you spin it in sequence with that year's hits. Why didn't they become regulars on the charts? Indie label origins, a manufactured-looking promo lineup, and the usual early '80s roulette wheel of radio politics. But the single itself, bulletproof. Those tambourines, that bass line, the way the chorus lands like an old 45 rescued from a jukebox, timeless. As you listen, clock the blend. Classic soul DNA riding a very British pop sensibility. Question: does this scratch the same itch as early Style Council and Orange Juice, or does it live in its own little corner of your memory? A smart, cinematic slice of synth-pop with real stakes. The last film sounds like a soldier's nerves, set to drum machine, melody bright, mood uneasy. Produced by Colin Thurston, famous for Duran Duran and Human League sessions, it became the band's lone top 20 hit, peaking at UK number 19 in spring 1983. Listen for the conversation between the lead vocal and those choral interjections. It's like memories interrupting reality. The hook lingers, but it's the atmosphere that sticks. Question: if you love Ultravox or Early Tears for Fears, does this earn a permanent spot on your 1983 playlist? Blue-eyed, brass-flecked pop built for radio and dance floors. After Boxer Beat, the band leveled up with Just Got Lucky, a grinning earworm that hit UK number 7 and cracked the US Hot 100 at number 36 that autumn. No small feat for a very British sound. What keeps the track fresh is the swing and the groove, tight drums, rubbery bass, and a chorus you can shout without thinking. Question: which version lives rent-free in your head? The single, the 12-inch, or that live TV performance that pops up on your feed now and then? 7-piece tuck sharp and totally locked in. Sign of the times is hook science, clipped guitar, call and response vocals, a chorus that opens like blinds to sunlight.
This is the sign of the times. Time to be alone.
It became their signature moment, storming to UK number 3 in February 1983, and later grazing the US Hot 100.
To live my life without you.
I sit alone now.
There's a self-written pride here. After a run of covers, the band knew they had the song.
This is the sign of the times. Time to be alone. This is the sign of the times.
Question, when this comes on, do you hear it as glossy new wave or just perfect pop that happens to wear a tux?
This video is sponsored by the Lore Store on Amazon, your one-stop shop for music lovers across reggae, rock, pop, and hip-hop. We built it for real listeners who don't want to dig through 1,000 listings to find the right gear. Inside the Lore Store, you'll find 5 aisles. VIP, top, battle-tested essentials, headphones, turntables, speakers, gig-safe earplugs, smart speakers. Reggae vibe, roots and lovers. Rock made easy, automatic decks, warm bookshelf speakers, vinyl care. Rock lore, classic rock must-haves, open back cans, simple amps, living room concert vibes. Pop lore, feel-good everyday setups, clean, clear speakers, easy streaming, nostalgia-friendly picks. Hip-hop must-haves, punchy bass without the muddle, closed-back headphones and living room systems that handle low end, plus a rotating crate of old album vinyl if you're rebuilding a 60s-90s collection. Every product page tells you who it's for, 3 pros, 1 con, and why we picked it. So you can choose with confidence. Flying soon? Check. VIP for noise canceling that tames plane roar. Mostly listening at home? Try open-back headphones that let live albums breathe. Want instant gratification vinyl? Our fully automatic turntable is 1 button from silence to music, and the record cleaning kit knocks down crackle so the bass tightens up. Headed to shows? Grab high-fidelity earplugs, hands-free at home. Our smart speaker picks let you say, play 70s reggae or classic pop, and you're there. Deal alert! If you use the link in the description, you'll land on our curated picks with current best available Amazon pricing and active discounts where applicable. Prices change, so buy now to lock in today's deal. Tap the link in the description, pick your aisle, grab a favorite, and tell me which category you want me to build next. The Lore Store. Listen better, with gear that gets out of the way and lets the music live.
An a cappella Christmas, #1 in the synthesizer era, that alone makes this unforgettable. Their haunting cover of Yazoo's ballad rose to UK #1 in December 1983 and held for 5 weeks, the first a cappella single to top the chart.
When I see you, all I needed was
No drums, no guitars, just voices melting into one widescreen sigh. It's proof the great pop is about feeling first, production second.
and it's only a game. And I need
Question, which version moves you more? The Flying Pickets' bare harmony or Yazoo's synth warm original? Be honest in the comments.
I say, you say, weren't you listening? Now it's
Melbourne Nighttime in 3 minutes, neon keys, clipped guitar, and a vocal that glides rather than shouts. Dropping late 83, listening surged at home to #4 on Australia's Kent Music Report and became a fixture into early 84. Evidence that not every 1983 gem needed London or New York to become a moment.
you just closed the door. Did you?
What sells it is restraint. The chorus doesn't explode, it tightens like a stare across a crowded room. Question, if you're building a Down Under synth mini set for a road trip, does this sit next to real life's Send Me an Angel, or does it lead the pack? A cathedral of synths and longing. Send Me an Angel is the sound of a midnight drive that suddenly feels like a destiny moment, cool on the surface, emotional underneath. Released in 1983, it spread slowly and then everywhere. Top 10 at home in Australia, peaking at number 6, number 1 in Germany and New Zealand, and into early 1984, it reached number 29 on the US Hot 100, rare air for a debut from Melbourne. Listen to the glide of the verse, then how the chorus opens like a door to winter air. Clean, spacious, unforgettable. Question, if you first heard this in a movie montage, which scene lives in your head? Bike lights and fog, or a quiet stare across a dance floor? Dance floor conscience with a radio-proof hook. The title track from their debut turned protest into pop you could shout in a club, shredding the line between message and movement. It cracked the US Hot 100 at number 24 and reached UK number 28, a transatlantic 1-2 that kept it spinning through 83-84. Focus on the way the pre-chorus tightens your chest before the title explodes like a camera snap in strobe light. Question, does this live for you as pure new wave, or is it really a proto-rave anthem hiding in plain sight? The gentlest gut punch of the year, a sighing melody, windswept keys, and a chorus that feels like remembering someone in real time. Released at the turn of the year, it surged to UK number 6 in January 1984 off its late 83 momentum, proof that a quiet song can still roar on the charts. Notice how the vocal leans into the consonants like it's trying to hold the feeling steady. See how we plan for second eyes. Question, is this sophistopop to you, or the missing link between new wave romance and Britpop tenderness? Widescreen romance with chiming guitars and sky-high harmonies. Released in late 1983, it became the band's breakout, peaking at UK number 15 as the year turned. Big enough to feel universal, specific enough to feel like your own secret. Listen for the long, rolling phrases in the chorus. They don't just lift, they carry you. Question, if you were sequencing a perfect 1983 mixtape side, does this open it or close it on a sunset fade?
Hey, Pop Lore family. Did you know only 1% of viewers are subscribed? If you love deep dives into pop legends, forgotten gems, and the stories behind the songs that shaped generations, hit that subscribe button right now. And don't forget to turn on LL notifications so you'll be the first to know when we premiere our next video. It's free, it helps Pop Lore grow, and it makes sure you never miss a single countdown or music story. Let's build this community together.
Summer trapped in glass, a shimmering guitar figure, sunlight, sweet melody, and a lyric that makes nostalgia feel brand new. Debuting on the UK chart 2nd July 1983 and rising to UK number 15, it's the single that turns casual listeners into evangelists, the very definition of deserved more love. Pay attention to the small details, the lifted backing vocals on the title line, the way the drums tiptoe rather than slam. Question, is this the most 1983 song that still sounds fresh today, or do you have a different number 1 from our list? The journey doesn't end here, pop lovers. Watch this next.